All right, thanks for that, Danny. Well, according to Arkansas advocates, at least 20% of Arkansas children live below the poverty line.
Yeah, and that upcoming school year, many families will struggle just to get the basic school supplies. Let's go out to 5 News reporter Claire Everbach. She's live with how a local program is seeing this need grow. Good morning.
Good morning, Joe. Tiffany, the Samaritan Community Center in Rogers is about to host its 26th year of BackPacks for Kids, where thousands of students across the area will receive a free backpack with school supplies in August. And they say this year, the demand is showing more than ever. In the first 8 days, 3,000 tickets were claimed by families, which goes to show, they say, that more families are needing help. It takes place every year at Arvest Ballpark, where children receive a backpack filled with grade appropriate school supplies. Shannon Green has helped lead the event for 16 years. She says rising costs are making it harder for many families to afford even the basics, and this program helps take one expense off their plate. The center began distributing tickets in June and were claimed much faster than expected.
We gave out, I would say, probably about 800 just in the first day, and we gave out all 3,000 8 days. That shows and tells me something, that there's a lot of families that are needing that support.
Green says while this year's event is full, the need for school supplies doesn't stop there. They're already accepting donations for next year and say that their doors are always open for help. Live in Rogers, covering news where you live, Claire Everbach, 5 News.
All right, thank you for that, Claire. 6:34 this morning. Now, the Arcoma police chief says the board of directors have called a special meeting at noon today, and it could wrap up the debate over police department employment. The police chief, you'll remember, Michael Ivey and Assistant Chief Mallory Speaks, they were placed on paid admin leave last month. Well, last week, the board of trustees voted to give the mayor temporary authority over the employment decisions. Town leaders have not disclosed why they were put on leave, saying it's a personnel issue, but board members said they received a list of grievances involving the two. Ivey said he believes those grievances are unfounded. Of course, we'll let you know what happens at the 12 p.m. meeting right here on 5 News. In Kinetic, the company that provides internet and phone services to many Arkansans, says copper theft is on the rise.
And it's happening all across our area, from Northwest Arkansas to the River Valley. The company says more than 2,000 feet of communication cable has been stolen in Washington and Madison counties over the past few weeks. It's now offering a $10,000 reward for information leading to an arrest and conviction.
We've seen an explosive growth, several 100% higher than the normal average. What worries me most is that we have customers, fellow Arkansans out there, that if they need life-saving support from 911, they can't reach that. And that is a significant issue that all Arkansans should take seriously.
Kinetic is accepting tips through its hotline number. Police say if you see any suspicious activity, report it.
A suspect accused in the Forceman shooting death of a 16-year-old will be in court this morning. 18-year-old Donnie Warner is facing first-degree murder and aggravated robbery charges. Police were called to I-540 and Kelly Highway's on-ramp a week ago, where they rushed the teen who had been shot to the hospital, but they did not survive. We'll keep you updated on what happens in today's court hearing. Now, in the meantime, police are still searching for another suspect in the case, Jasmine Johnston. She's also wanted on first-degree murder and aggravated robbery charges as well. Police say she is considered armed and dangerous. And Joseph Duggar is set to have another hearing on September 15th in his Florida case. The former 19 Kids and Counting star is accused of inappropriately touching a 9-year-old back in 2020. A pretrial hearing took place yesterday. Duggar's attorney says there are 5 witnesses in the case. Duggar has pleaded not guilty. He and his wife Kendra also facing charges for child endangerment and false imprisonment in Arkansas. They pleaded not guilty, and a hearing is scheduled for August 10th.
An immigrant advocacy group is explaining its call for a boycott of the Tiny Town Great Festival, set for next month at St. Joseph Catholic Church. AIR says that the boycott is over Tiny Town police joining the 287G program with Immigration and Customs Enforcement. The program allows local officers to help enforce federal immigration laws. The group says having Tiny Town officers provide security at the event raises concerns for some families. The festival responded on social media, saying the event is organized by St. Joseph Catholic Church and is separate from the city. You can find both full statements on 5newsonline.com.
Well, several states are on high alert as more cases of a parasite that causes severe stomach sickness are reported across the country.
That includes Arkansas and Oklahoma, where the CDC confirms a handful of cases. Public health officials say fresh produce, including lettuce and salad greens, can be a source of contamination. Doctors also say simply washing your fruits and vegetables may not be enough to remove the risk. For people who may be at higher risk, they're recommending heating produce, including fruits.
Fresh fruits and vegetables are a critical part of a good, healthy, balanced diet. They're generally good for us, but there are people that need to be particularly careful about contamination. That includes primarily people who've got immune system problems or chronic health conditions.
For those who grow their own food, health experts say it's still important to follow safe handling practices. That includes using clean water and properly washing produce before consumption. Well, we are learning more about new immigration measures from the Department of Homeland Security after agents shot and killed a Colombian immigrant in Maine earlier this week.
Yeah, the death sparking protests against ICE on the ground and raising questions nationwide. Jared Hill has the latest.
A growing memorial in Biddeford, Maine for Juan Sebastian Guerrero, the Colombian man shot to death in his car by ICE Monday. Surveillance video shows the white sedan slowing down, driving in circles about a minute after the shots before officers pull Guerrero to the pavement.
I'm positive I heard the guy say, "I tried to stop," and it was pretty loud.
The Department of Homeland Security maintains Guerrero got in his car and tried to drive away when ICE agents approached, and an officer fired out of fear for public safety. While DHS says this was part of an operation, law enforcement sources say Guerrero was not the intended target. The shooting has sparked protest as ICE has been told to temporarily suspend most vehicle stops nationwide.
They're going to make sure, is the training sufficient? Did anything go wrong?
This follows two other deadly encounters with ICE this month, a crash Tuesday in St. Johns County, Florida, and a shooting last week in Houston. Agents were not wearing body cameras in either the Texas or Maine shootings. Congress approved $20 million in funding for body cams back in April. Maine Senator Susan Collins says the DHS secretary told her cameras went to bigger communities first. And this.
When the Democrats shut down government, that contracts were not able to be awarded.
Before the shutdown, the Trump administration had proposed cutting funding for ICE's body camera program. DHS now says every ICE arrest team will have one officer with a body camera. Jared Hill, CBS News.
Well, those cameras have now been sent to more than half of ICE field offices. The rest should arrive within 60 days.